This is the Insta360 GO3 S, the smallest 4K action camera in the world. It's about the size of my thumb. Insta360 sent me this camera to test out. I've been playing with it for the last couple of weeks, and I want to share some of the interesting ways you can use it as a content creator in this video. My affiliate link is down in the description. If you're interested in any of the other Insta360 Go products like the X4 or the Ace Pro, there's links to that as well. The GO3 S is an upgrade from the GO3. When you look at them side by side, you can tell that the GO3 S has a larger wide-angle lens, and it also has a new processor that is 50% more powerful than the GO3. It's not just the small size that makes this camera so great for content creators and vloggers or just anybody that wants to catch, everyday moments. It is also magnetic, which really opens up the options of where you can attach it. I do a lot of outdoor content with my Jeep, and typically if I want to get a shot on the outside of the vehicle, I have to use a suction mount with my GoPro or Osmo Action. But the fact that this is magnetic opens up a ton of options. So this is a steel bumper. That connection felt nice and strong. Well, we're gonna go out and test that out. Some other places here. I have this roof rack up here. I also have the bumper. I like to get that shot when I can. This is the action pod. It works in conjunction with the GO3 S. When they're together, the battery life is extended to about 140 minutes. There's a 2.2-inch rear touchscreen that flips up. And the GO3 S is really secure inside the action pod. To release it, we have a locking and unlock button here. Push that, comes right back out. Put it in there, nice and secure. It's not gonna go anywhere. One thing that's really cool about this is that when the GO3 S is separated from the action pod, you can use this as a remote control and a monitor, and we're gonna test that out. I'm putting the GO3 S here on the roof rack. Now I'm gonna go back in the vehicle, and we're gonna see about controlling the GO3 from inside. The GO3 S is turned off and outside, so I'm gonna turn on the power here for the action pod. So it connected and it turned on the GO3 S outside, so that way you don't have to worry about it being on all the time. It can sit out there off, and when you're ready to use it, turn it on. You can see the view from outside of the vehicle. Let's say you want to be able to slow the footage down a little bit, so you don't want to have it at 30 frames per second. You can go in here, change the resolution to 2.7. Now you can go to 50 frames per second. And then when you're messing with the video in post, you can slow it down by 50% to get some nice slow motion. Or you say, nope, I want to have the max resolution, but I do want to zoom in a little bit. You hold here, now you can digitally zoom, 2 times, whatever you need to do to get the shot that you want when the camera is outside. So that is really convenient. Now for the moment of truth, I'm going to take the Jeep down this dirt road with the GO3 mounted outside, and we'll see how well it does. I wasn't totally sure how that was going to go, but I was really impressed. It had a really strong magnetic connection and didn't move at all. This is the pivot stand. You see the head pivots backward, forward, side to side. It has magnetic and securing clips to connect the camera. Unscrew it from the base. So here you connect it to a 1/4-inch screw. Here is the base. It has a cover. If you peel back the cover, this is adhesive, and you can reuse it multiple times. All you have to do is clean it off. So we're gonna see how well that works. Close it back up to protect it. You have a few different options when it comes to attaching the camera to the stand. You can leave the camera in the action pod, attach it in there. It's magnetically secured and has the clips really strong. Or you can take the camera by itself, put it in here, make sure the clips are tight. And now you can just do it like that. and based on your needs, you can go from one to the other. I'm going to test this out on the outside of the vehicle because most vehicles nowadays aren't really a lot of steel. It's a lot of aluminum and plastic, so that is where will come into handy. So we're going to attach it to the outside of the vehicle, take it for another test drive to see how well this adhesive base works. My hood is aluminum, so the magnet won't work, so I use the adhesive base to attach it and have a shot where it's pointing back towards my windshield so I can get that angle when I'm driving. The adhesive base worked really well. There weren't any signs of movement at all. Comes off nice and easy too. And you can see it's kind of getting dirty. So when I get back, I'll have to rinse it off and it should be good as new. This next spot I'm not 100% sure about, so I say try at your own risk. I'm going to use the adhesive mount to go here to the side of my Jeep. Also, door's aluminum, magnet won't work, but I'm going to use the adhesive base. I'm really going to try to secure it on there. Hopefully I get a nice secure connection, and I'm going to go drive down the road to see if that will stay. I have it attached here to my door using the adhesive base. I'm crossing my fingers on this one. Let's give it a shot. The adhesive base is not only good for outside the vehicle, you can also use it on the inside of the vehicle. So I put the GO3 S back into the action pod and the screen flipped down, so now I can see myself. So I know that I'm in frame and I have all the angles that I want from inside the vehicle. So nice and secure. I don't know if you can see it here, but there is a line going across the middle of the screen, and that's to tell you if the camera is straight or not. But one thing you can do, let me bring it up here, this icon here over on the left, that is controls the tilt. So if the camera's off by about 10 degrees, it'll automatically level out the footage, which is great, so it's not crooked when you're in post. Another great thing about this setup is that you can use voice control to stop and start recording with the GO3 S. So you're driving, you want to say something for your vlog, you say start recording, it's going to kick on to record. When you're ready to stop, you say stop recording, it's going to turn off. That way you're focused on the road, don't have any safety issues. Or if you're like me, you're parked here, you want to talk, have it set there, your hands are free. A really great option. Let me see, I think I have a few other places. I think the camera will work really well on the inside of the vehicle. You see that the adhesive base is flexible, so that way you can attach it to items that are curved. Here, you got the steering column. You wouldn't be able to attach anything using, one of the more standard bases because there is a slight curve here. I'm gonna see if I can get it on there. Got it attached to the steering column, so one more option when you're trying to get in-car video. Got another good setup location here, is attached to the glass on the passenger side interior, so you can get a nice profile shot as you're driving down the road. This is a clip that comes with the GO3 S, and typically it would fit on a baseball cap, like on the bill of the baseball cap or on the back. But since the weather was cold this morning, I forgot to bring a baseball cap, but fortunately I was actually able to get it onto my knit hat here. Fits right in there, and now here it is on the hat. Actually doesn't feel too bad because it's so light, it's not really pulling down the fabric all that much, and it feels pretty comfortable. And now it clicks so you can adjust it to the angle you want, and now you can get POV shots. This is good if you want to get a shot of you driving. Typically you're going to be able to get the hands. Another cool accessory that comes with the GO3 S is this magnetic pendant, and it is really strong, so you can connect the camera vertically or horizontally. And what you do is you put this pendant around your neck here. You can even put it under your shirt, and then you take the camera and here, and now you could leave it here on your chest, and it is really strong. So I have this thick hoodie on, and this thing is not going anywhere, and you can just leave it on and go about your day, you'll see videos of people putting on their children or different things like that. And when you're out playing at the park or whatever it is you're doing, it's here catching everything you want to do. It's not intrusive. If you mount it like this on your chest, the camera knows that it's vertical and it's automatically going to record in a vertical content, so for social media. But let's say you're doing long form horizontal like that. Now it's going to record horizontal, so you can easily flip between the two based on your needs. The GO3 S is so small, which is awesome, but a potential downside is that it could potentially be lost, especially if you're like me when you're going out. You can see here I got stuff all over the place, and the camera is very small and black, which fits into my interior. But there is a solution which is really cool, and I haven't seen on any other camera. You can actually, if you have an iPhone, connect it to Find My. If you're familiar with an AirTag, works the same way, and you could have it beep the sound so you can find it in this mess here. Let's test it out here. Yep, I can hear it. Let's see, where is it? Sounds like this. There we go. Has slipped underneath the seat, able to find it. Pretty cool. You can vlog and create with a lot of different cameras. You can use a full frame camera, you can use an action camera like the GoPro, but what really sets the Insta360 Go apart is they really went above and beyond to make special features that work well with their app to make vlogging and other content creating options really easy to use, not be intrusive, just kind of set it and forget it. And one of the features that I noticed when I was going through the menu that I want to explain a little bit about is the interval video. And I'm used to interval shooting being maybe like a time lapse or a hyperlapse, but this is something that is different. I'll show you that. We'll see how well this comes out, but if you swipe down to get to control menu, you'll see here it says auto, and that's auto interval. And you can add some prearrange modes based on what you want to do. But we'll just talk about vlog. What makes this interval mode so unique for vlogging, for example, is that you can have the GO3 S attached to your chest using the magnetic pendant like I showed you off. So it's not using any power or anything. But then you could tell it that every 5 minutes I want it to automatically record for 1 minute. So you have it on your chest, you're doing your activities. Let's say you're on vacation and you are going to go to the local market and put on your chest, and every 5 minutes it's going to kick on, record for a minute. So as you're going throughout the market and capturing your day, it's doing all that. And then at the end, when you're done, you go in and you open up the Insta360 app, and it will automatically generate a video of your entire day, taking clips from every minute of recording session that it did, and it will put some music to it, automatically edit it. So it's a really cool feature that I'm still kind of playing around with, but it's just one example of how easy they're trying to make it to vlog, and not only to catch these moments and to be creative, but to make it as easy as possible by using AI to put it into a clip that you can easily share with your family or put on social media. So a really interesting feature, something that I've not seen in any of the cameras I've been playing around and testing with. That's all the features I want to share in this video. I hope it was helpful.